version of Yellowstone is just weeks away and looks perfect if you're missing Taylor Sheridan's franchise. Ransom Canyon Show looks a lot like Taylor Sheridan's neo-western Yellowstone, and it could be a good watch for fans of the series who need more cowboy action in the upcoming weeks while waiting for the screenwriter's next offshoot. Ransom Canyon comes from Wednesday creator April Blair and explores themes of love, family, and legacy. Netflix will release the new series on April 17, coming after the 2-hour 1923 season 2 finale, which will conclude the Dutton family's Prohibition-era war on April 6. Ransom Canyon is based on New York Times best-selling author Jodie Thomas' series of the same name, advertised as a family saga Western romance via jodithomas.com. It's evident from the trailer that the series starring Friday Night Lights Minka Kelly and Transformers Josh Duhamel will stay true to the book's themes, with similarities to its contemporaries that are probably not coincidental. Sheridan's Dutton TV shows have experienced outstanding viewership despite Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2's divisive reception, and others are keen to replicate its success. Watching the Ransom Canyon trailer, it's obvious that the new series is Netflix's answer to Yellowstone. The show will follow Stanton Kirkland, the protagonist of Thomas' original story. In the synopsis for Ransom Canyon, Thomas calls Kirkland the last descendant of Ransom Canyon's founding father. Therefore, Netflix's new series tells the tale of a family's ranching legacy in its last generation. The Ransom Canyon characters are akin to Kevin Costner's John Dutton's family, who fight to maintain their hold on the family's land legacy until the Yellowstone Season 5 finale. Minka Kelly plays Quinn O'Grady, set up as a potential love interest to Josh Duhamel's Kirkland by the trailer. Yet while the ranch setting and cowboy themes look and sound a lot like Yellowstone, the show's preview focuses primarily on its love stories, of which there are at least 3. While love was a vital element of life for those living on the Yellowstone Dutton Ranch, romance wasn't the main draw of Sheridan's show, which incorporates more elements of a traditional Western, comprising action and political drama to offset the romance. Regardless of the finer details that separate the series, Yellowstone's influence is evident in shows like Ransom Canyon that are keen to reproduce the modern Western success. Sheridan's scripted series are known for revitalizing the genre with fresh neo-Western stories, which are subversive and give viewers a different picture of life in the American West. While Ransom Canyon may initially appear to be a carbon copy of Yellowstone, its release will determine whether it could actually be considered a match to Sheridan's work, adding something new to the TV genre. Sheridan has continued his legacy with Landman, and Netflix's show also incorporates the Texas saga's influence. Seen in the trailer, Ransom Canyon blends ranch life in Montana with the Texas sun and Friday night football games that distinguish Landman. That said, the Ransom Canyon story will need to be as innovative and provocative as Sheridan's to truly compete. Still, Thomas' Ransom Canyon book was published in 2015, 3 years before Yellowstone's 2018 debut. Viewers can trust that Netflix's show will offer a story inspired wholly outside of Sheridan's work. If you've been craving more rugged landscapes, cowboy drama, and high-stakes battles for land, then saddle up, because the next great Western epic is galloping your way. With Yellowstone on a temporary hiatus, fans of Taylor Sheridan's modern Western dynasty have been left wandering the vast plains of television in search of something to fill the void. But worry not, because a new contender is riding into town, and it might just be the perfect show to satisfy your Yellowstone withdrawals. This fresh series, set to premiere in just a few weeks, promises the same mix of power struggles, family feuds, and breathtaking scenery that made Yellowstone a cultural phenomenon. While it isn't directly tied to the Dutton family saga, It carries the same DNA, gritty storytelling, morally complex characters, and a setting that feels as vast and unpredictable as the Old West itself. A new frontier, a familiar feeling. What makes Yellowstone so captivating isn't just the cowboy hats and cattle drives. It's the drama simmering beneath the surface, the way land becomes a character in itself, and the complex relationships that fuel every conflict. This new show understands that. While details are still under wraps, insiders describe it as a gripping modern Western with echoes of Sheridan's signature style. Expect sweeping shots of untamed landscapes, where man and nature collide in a battle for dominance. Just like the Duttons, the new central family will be fighting for their legacy, facing off against corporate greed, government interference, and rival landowners who'd love nothing more than to take what isn't theirs. Sound familiar? It should, because that's the essence of Yellowstone, and it's what makes these stories so addictive. A cast that commands attention. One of Yellowstone's biggest draws is its powerhouse cast, led by the legendary Kevin Costner. This new series knows it has big boots to fill, and it's bringing in some heavy hitters. While the full lineup hasn't been officially announced, industry whispers suggest a mix of seasoned Western actors and fresh faces who are more than ready to ride. There's even speculation that a few Yellowstone alums might make an appearance, perhaps not as their previous characters, but as new figures who carry the same rugged intensity. And of course, every great Western needs a formidable antagonist. Whether it's a land baron with a sinister agenda, a ruthless corporate developer, or an old rival from the past, the show promises an antagonist worthy of the Duttons' fiercest enemies. Think Rourke Morris, but meaner. Think Dan Jenkins, but with a sharper bite. Why this series feels like the heir to Yellowstone. If you've been following Taylor Sheridan's career, you know he has a knack for creating gripping, authentic Western stories. From Sicario to Hell or High Water, and of course, 1883 and 1923, his work is a love letter to the American frontier, both past and present. While this new show isn't one of Sheridan's creations, it's clearly inspired by his work and aims to capture the same lightning in a bottle. It's not just about ranching or gunfights. It's about the unbreakable bond between people and the land they fight for. It's about honor, betrayal, loyalty, and the blurred lines between right and wrong. It's the type of storytelling that hooks you from the first episode and doesn't let go. What this means for Yellowstone fans. With Yellowstone's final season looming and its future spin-offs still in development, this new series arrives at the perfect time. It offers a chance to immerse yourself in another world of cowboys, corruption, and high-stakes drama, without having to wait months or years for the next Sheridan masterpiece. And let's be honest, there's something about a good Western that just feels right on television. Whether it's the slow burn of revenge, the tension of a land dispute, or the raw beauty of the American West, this genre has a timeless appeal. This new show knows that, and it's leaning in hard. Get ready to ride. With just weeks to go before it's debuted, excitement is building. The trailers promise heart-pounding action, unforgettable characters, and a world that feels both fresh and familiar. For those who've been missing the dust, the drama, and the cowboy grit of Yellowstone, this might just be the next best thing. So dust off your boots, grab your hat, and mark your calendar. The next great modern Western is almost here, and it's ready to take you on one hell of a ride.